The Flarespace mission is really about helping people get into their vans quickly for use as either a cargo van, a passenger van, or more specifically as an adventure van. We're just here to help our upfitter friends as well as the DIY community have the best experience they possibly can in the shortest amount of time to be able to get from this cargo van you're just super stoked you just bought from the Ford or Mercedes dealership to now being able to get it on the road using it the way you want to use it. I'm Keith from Flarespace. We're all about helping people sleep sideways. We make flares, an awesome fiberglass part that makes the van wider. We really believe in 3 use cases for your van. The first is as a cargo van. You ought to be able to lug stuff out of your garage and take it to the dump. The second thing is we think you ought to be able to use your van loaded up with seats and use it as a passenger van. But then of course as an adventure van, and that's where Flares originated by helping to make the van wider so you can sleep sideways. So Flarespace started in 2010. With the need to be able to create a different way to orient your bed, just to give you more square footage back into useful space inside your van. When I got involved with the company in 2019, I started answering a lot of phone calls, and I heard from customers asking me, hey, I really love the flares, but does this bed fit with it? And I was learning the industry as well, and so we started to figure out what beds really worked, but at the same time, we started realizing, well, if people are asking us for all these products, why don't we make them ourselves? And so we introduced the trim rings, the bed system, customized mattresses that fit to the contoured shape of the flare and the curvature of the rear doors, sheets that fit great over that. I first came across Touareg because my daughter's friend in elementary school, her dad dropped her off and he came in this unbelievable van. And I'm like, what is that thing? Holy, I've never seen anything like it. Come on in, man, take a look. I got on the phone, I think I talked to Paul. I said, hey, my buddy just had this van built. And he asked me who it was. And he said, yeah, well, come on down. We can do the same thing for you. A few years later, I had the opportunity to get involved with Flarespace. And then I was able to formally make the connection back with Paul and Eric and really have an understanding of what it is they build, how they go about doing it, meet cool guys like Craig and some of the unbelievable craftsmen that are here. And these vans, like this thing that's behind me, we were just crawling around in there, just shaking our heads like, that is some amazing stuff. Like really being able to work on the super fine detail that distinguishes a Touareg van from certainly a DIY van, but so many of the other vans that are out there. Really cool that they use our products and primarily on 144s, because from our perspective, biased as it may be, we think it's malpractice to build a 144 without flares because you just get so much space back inside. And so we're stoked to work with Touareg and on our products and so many of theirs as well. The other thing I'm really excited about from a company perspective, but I think also from a community perspective, is this event that we call Back to Baja. And it's why I'm wearing this shirt. It's this event that we put together with a bunch of our pals, and we started this a couple years ago. And this past year, we ended up having a few hundred vans and a few hundred people and really have a tremendous time in northern Baja, just out of San Felipe. The driving factor behind this was to get as many people into San Felipe as we could to help that local community. And as a result, we raised enough money that we could buy the stadium lights for the community and provide lighting, not only in one soccer field, but on a baseball field, and some other portable lights that they can use around town when they have other events. We were working with the mayor of San Felipe, Jose Luis Gonzalez, and he said, listen, one of the things that we really need in addition to the lights is a backhoe, because we have so much infrastructure that's laying around, and if we have a storm like Hurricane K just came through and created a tremendous mess, but they're just, they're trying to run culverts and clean up streets and clean up park areas and move stuff around on the beach. And so we spent the money to provide a backhoe, and the mayor literally sends me pictures probably every other day about all the stuff they're able to do with that backhoe that's really making a big difference in the community. And this year we're going to do the same thing. It's I think the weekend of April 20th in 2023. Really a chance to give back to that community and help that community so much. So we're proud to be a part of it and hope we can get a lot of people to show up as well. In an adventure van, we want to make sure that we just demystify some of this process of what do I really need in my van. And one of the things that we advocate for is to work with great builders like Tourig and this awesome van that I'm standing in front of. They can help customers figure out how they're going to use the van and build something that's very specific for them.